Hi, greetings. Welcome to this product demo or user manual for Sorruitten, the basic finance tracker app. So this is a web app. Let me tell you how to work on this and what are the features it is having. So as soon as we navigate to www.ultratechbiz.com, you have to click on this more option under the menu bar. Please wait for the page to load fully and then scroll down and click on the Sorruitten. Once you click on this, the page appears, the Sorruitten page appears. So this is where you key in your license key that will be provided to you, and then the user ID email with which you are logging in, and then the license status. Please be noted that you need to be logged in or registered in this portal for you to access this app after your purchase of this app. So I'm going to quickly log in with my details. Fine, just submit. You get the license valid redirection. If it is not valid, then you get an error message. Now your login is successful. So this is the Sorruitten, the basic finance app tracker. And then here you have the income transaction where you record all your income related transactions. So I was assuming you got your salary today, so you immediately key in your income details here. This is the drop down for the income category. So this can be your extra dividends, which is an income. It can be a salary, or it can be your rental income, so on and so forth. You can ignore the other options currently available here, as these are just for testing purpose. And then you have the date automatically populated here, the current date on which you are recording this transaction. Next, you have the income description. So you can put rent and then the rent as the category here, and then here you can mention whether it is your house rent, whether you own another house and you are putting it on rent, or it is your factory rent, you own a factory or two factories and you have that rent, or so on and so forth. You can fit it as per your needs. So let me put it as factory rent here, and this is the amount value, the transaction amount value, the income value. So this can be in your own currency. It can be assumed as a dollar or yen or rupees or whatever it is as per your country, nationality, currency, so on and so forth. So now I enter a hypothetical number, a random number, and then I hit submit transaction. You get a success message, which means your transaction has been loaded successfully. Similarly, we have the expense transaction. So the expense category, your expense category can be, say, a purchase of grocery. So it can be a grocery. You can ignore the rest of the options. Or it can be also your rental expense. Maybe you're living in a rental house and you're paying rents, so on and so forth. So let me check grocery for ease of use, and then say you purchased vegetables. What did you purchase? You need to add clarity for your own comfort factor. 10 kg brinjal. Then I purchased fruits, apples, 12 kg. And for what purpose this was? This was for a festival. What festival? It's some ABC festival, just for our assumption. And then I put the amount. So let me put a random amount just for simplicity. So let us assume this is the amount, and then I hit submit transaction. See, your transaction is saved successfully again. Let's go down. So you recorded your income, you recorded your expense, and your current date is automatically recorded. So now coming to the category management. So what is this category management? So you see the drop downs here, the categories. So you can add your own categories for your comfort factor. So uh, you can have a different category, I can have a different category, so you can keep adding them. So this applies for the income and the expense. Okay, so let me say I want uh, dairy category. Okay, dairy category. So I will put as farm because this is income. So farm rental. Okay, just for clarity, farm rental. Yes, it is added successfully after I click the add new income category. And for expense, I will put daily expense. Okay, so your milk or probably curd, so on and so forth. So I add that. That is also added successfully. Now quickly we can check whether our details have been recorded or not, or stored or not. So we'll go to the income category and check the drop down. And there when I scroll down, I see the farm rental here. Okay, so the next time when you come and you get the income for the next month, so on and so forth, you can directly select the drop down and continue. Similarly, when I go to the expense category, I see the daily expense recorded, so you can directly use it from the next time. Now coming to the reports and analytics section. So here you have the income date range, the from date and to date range, and then this is the expense date range, the from and to range. So always the income buttons are on the left side, and this corresponds to the top row of the dates. So please don't jumble up, sometimes it throws an error, so you shouldn't do that. So now then we have the expense category, and this corresponds to the dates in the lower row. So let us go one by one. Assume we start with the from date as 4th of November 2025 to 26th of November 2025, and then I hit the income report button. Okay, we selected income dates, so we are clicking on the income report. So this is the income report. So you have the dates from 4th to 26th of November as we selected, and this is the table which will show the values that or the transactions that we had during that duration, the selected dates duration. So from 9th we didn't have anything on the 4th or 5th. So from 9th we have this. So all the details are captured, the entry date, the income or expense description. In our case this is income, and then we have the parameter, what parameters they were. One was salary, one was lease car, rent, so on and so forth. And for now, as we did not select any charts, you can ignore, because these are usually the charts that are shown from previous transactions, older transactions. You can ignore them safely, but you get a report summary here. This is a crisp summary of what are the key takeaways from this date range transactions. So between this date and this date, the ones that we selected, there were 5 transactions totaling this amount. So the top categories were these 3. So from this you can make inferences and try to use your own logic and see where you can cut costs or where you can optimize and where you can adjust, so on and so forth. So here we have another quick option, and a key option here is export to Excel file. So if we select on this button, I quickly select, see, an income report is generated. So I quickly go there and I select it, I click on it, it opens up, and it shows that yes, we did an income transaction, and whatever we got in the table, it throws up in the Excel format. So this is what we have as of now. So you can again play around with this data and use it for your own comfort factor as you wish. So this is done. Next we go to the app and we select the other options. You can ignore the charts as of now because we never wanted the charts. So I'm quickly going back. Now I will select quickly for similar dates. I will check the income bar chart. So we selected income bar chart between 4th and 26th of November. So the focus is the bar chart only. So you can safely ignore because these may be transactions from previous uh, selections that you have done. So now your focus is the bar chart. So just please focus on the bar chart. So it shows these categories. If you hover your mouse on that, it will show the values there. So from here clearly we see that this option has lot of value. So you can see the key summary as well where it calls out the same. So we are done with the bar chart. We'll quickly go to the pie chart. So I again select the same or similar date range and then we click on the pie chart. Now the focus is only on pie chart. We can safely ignore the bar chart. So it shows the same option in a pie chart and you see that this category holds a lot of value relative to the other categories. So here you can see the color codes which correspond to this pie chart. Now let us go back. We finished the income transactions. Let us quickly check the expense transactions as well. As I said, for the expense transaction, it is the lower row date range, not this one, but this one for the expense. So let me select similar date ranges and then say expense report. Okay. Remember previously we did the income report, now we are doing the expense report. So now it is throwing up the values pertaining to the expenses. So for example, the groceries that we purchased. Remember, we are not seeing the transaction that I just showed today because it is out of this date range. This was done, this is up to a previous date, but this transaction was done today, which is beyond this date. So that is why we are not seeing the transaction that we selected just previously when I disclosed the demo. So this is there. Now let me export the same to an Excel file. You see, previously we got the income report, we are now getting the expense report. So I click on that and then it generates the Excel format. So again, you can use this data and for your own inferences and improvisations. So now we are done with this. Next, we go back. We now have the other two options left. We quickly select similar date ranges and then we click on the expense pie chart. So now the focus is only pie chart. Let us ignore the other options. So this is the pie chart for the expenses. So for the date range that we selected, we clearly see that this category is relatively large in comparison to these two categories, and the same inference can be seen here. You can see that this category is larger than these two, and the key summary is showcased here. So we are done with the pie chart. We are going back. And now we select similar date ranges and click on the expense bar chart, and we see that the bar chart, we get various bars as per this selection. So with this we are done. The inferences also here, which is the same. We can ignore the pie chart combination, and this is it. So with this app you can do basic transaction for personal finance and also small business transactions and finance tracking. Hope this helped. Thanks. Bye. Take care.